Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Valicia J, and today I will be showing you how to make mackerel patties. So here are all the ingredients that I use for my my mackerel patties. I'm going to use a half a cup of white cornmeal, a half a cup of white flour. I made my own trio with onion, bell peppers, black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, as well as 1 to 2 eggs. In this recipe, I only use 1 egg. So here you can see me. I actually, the blue stain on my finger is from the markers from the kids. I wash my hands as good as I can, but it was still a little left on there. So right here I made me a trio mix with onion and bell peppers, my favorite. Anytime I catch them on sale, I will definitely buy them, a whole bunch of them, and I'll chop them all up and make my own trio, put them in a gallon storage bag and put them in the freezer, so that way I can take them out and use it anytime I can. So here I put a couple of teaspoon or tablespoonful of vegetable oil. You can use whatever oil you like, olive oil, peanut oil, whatever. Because I wanted to sear my vegetables first. So here it is. My vegetables are sauteed, and no, I did not season them because I will add seasoning to the batter. I do not want my food over seasoning, and everyone knows you do not want your food salty. So here I am. I opened up my can of mackerel or salmon. The recipe I'm giving you can fit both salmon or mackerel fish in a can. I empty all my ingredients out, and next you will see me taking the bones out. But make sure you drain all the water out the mackerel first before you apply it and before you put it in a bowl, because you don't want your bowl full of juice. But you also can leave a little juice in your can because you may need to, need some for your batter. Hold up, if I say batter one more time, it is a mixture. So here is 1 can, which is a lot. It's 1 can of mackerel. I don't remember how many ounces a can of mackerel, but it's the average size mackerel that you see at your local store. You can get it just about anywhere. Actually, matter of fact, I even think they have mackerel at the Dollar Tree, which is one of my favorite stores. But here, right here, when you open you split it in half, you see bones in there. Now, the bones are actually edible because they are soft. Most people take the bones out. I tend to leave some in just cause, but you don't have to. But for this video, I will be taking them out. So right here, this is where a lot of people do. Me also, I scrape the skin of it. I don't know if it's the scale, but the skin, the black skin on the back of it, I scraped that off. Here, there goes another bone. I scraped the back of the skin. It's a silver part, and it's also the black part that I scrape off of the fish. You can keep it on there. I'm pretty sure it's not going to hurt anything, but I take it off anyway. So here I am now. I have all my seasoning, about to make my batter for my patties. So I'm cracking 1 egg. You can use 2 eggs, but it depends on what all I have. But this time I'm going to make it with 1 egg. And there goes my sauteed vegetables, my trio mix I told you all that I made. And here goes my onion powder, then my garlic powder, and then my pepper. goes the trick. The reason why people put an egg and the cornmeal in there and the batter is to bind it together. Then you put the flour in your mix to fry. So my suggestion, while adding your dry ingredients as far as the cornmeal and the flour, I will add it a little bit at a time so you can see where you're at. Because sometimes you may not need the full cup of flour and cornmeal, and other times you may need it. And that's the whole purpose of me telling you, when you drain the juice off the mackerel, just keep a little of it, because sometimes, we all make mistakes, and that'll help you make your correction. The batter is still wet, so I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. So I added the rest of the flour and cornmeal in here. This is how your batter should look. Usually I get around 6 to 7 patties out of one can. I like mine thin, not thick. And this is how your patties should look and to be formed. So here goes my pan. I put 1 cup of vegetable oil in the skillet. I did not want to put a lot of oil in here because I'm trying to pan fry and not deep fry. As you can see, the patties are not all the way immersed, just halfway. And no, there's nothing else in the oil. The pan was very clean. Every time I make mackerel or either salmon, it always bubbles on me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the sea salt that's in the fish. I don't know why. But when you flip your mackerel over, make sure you use the 2 utensil method. You can use 2 forks, 2 knives, 2 spoons, 2 whatever you have, unless you know what you're doing. But I would suggest and prefer you to use the 2 utensil method. It'll help you out a lot and you would not regret it. And right here I just put some paper towel on the plate, and I put a rack on top of the plate. And yes, I could have put the mackerel on top of the napkins, which would have make it more easier, so that way I wouldn't have to wash the dish. But it's good to drain your things on the rack, because it just makes so much sense. If you guys try it, you'll understand what I'm saying. But here goes the 4 patties, and I'm gonna cook the rest, and I'll be back.